We're nearing the 2-year anniversary of the water crisis in Flint, Michigan. Remember, thousands of homes and schools were poisoned with lead pipes? We watched as kids were brought in, tested. They were testing positive for high lead levels. And yet, now another water crisis has been going on right under our noses for decades. In an American neighborhood, it's hitting a breaking point this winter, though. Alex Miller joins us live tonight from Martin County, Kentucky. Alex, talking to people there on the ground, this has to do with the environment, but also boils down in many ways to money.
Chance, people here can't drink the water, some can't turn it on, some are being forced to shower with it, and if they don't want to shower with it, they have to buy bottled water to shower, and that's because of coal slurry and feces that are in their water and have been for around the last 18 years, give or take. But the reality is, this is fixable. It's expensive, but it's fixable. And brings me to this building behind me. It's one of 2 new government buildings that were built in the last 5 years. Now that's millions of dollars spent on 2 buildings. And when I spoke with residents that live here, they're really upset about these buildings because they say it's valuable money that could have been used on fixing infrastructure.
We've had $6 million spent on a building that basically is not something that helped our economy grow. We've had I think about a $15 million new courthouse that everyone was fooled into thinking was funded through a separate source that could not be used for anything else. And just recently, within the last year, we found out that actually that money could have been used for infrastructure.
The leaders here have traditionally ruled like they're lords. We live in these little fiefdoms, and whatever they say goes. I don't trust our local leaders.
With the money?
With the money, no. I mean, you could drop a crap load of money in here, and it wouldn't fix the problem. The local politicians find some way to spend it, and we'd be left with whatever.
Chance, it's also important to note that the war on poverty was declared here in Inez, Kentucky by President Johnson a little more than 50 years ago. But if you talk to the people that live in this town, that is the last thing they want to talk about. They don't want to talk about being poor. They don't want to be seen as takers. They just want to be seen as people who want clean water that they're paying for. But this might get a little bit more difficult for them because officials are talking about raising their water rates by about 50%, which many people can't pay for if you're thinking about the fact that some people can't even pay to get bottled water to shower with. So they've got some more hurdles in their future, but they're saying that they do feel confident now that they do have a new water board in place, they say, with a little bit younger people than they have before. I did talk to one woman who said that she loses her water only during the night. Some people lose it all day long. She only loses it at night while she's sleeping, so she says she's not as bothered by the situation. We'll send it back to you.
Alex, thank you. So horrible that just in this average community, 18 years feces in the water and paying for it. I'm sure Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul are going to be getting some calls about this now that it's gaining national attention. We're glad you're there, Alex. Thank you so much.